Hey everybody, sorry for the shaky cam here, but I'm trying to make this video while my computer's starting up, and we've been talking about how to kind of create some more interest in your hand lettering, and especially when you're just trying to maybe come up with your own letter forms. This isn't necessarily for if you're trying to copy a very specific typeface, or if you are trying to be very strict about your strokes and letter forms in the kind of line of calligraphy. But if you're just looking to kind of, find some ways to sort of add some more spice to your lettering, a really easy way is to just kind of change up the serif. And we've talked about serifs before, so if you don't know what the difference between a serif and a sans serif is, then I'll put a link to another video here that you can go check out. But assuming that you know about all that, I'm just going to start with the letter R, because there's a bunch of good places for serifs in an R. So I'm just going to do my little box method to quickly create a thicker stroke here. And maybe we'll try putting a different type of serif on each part of this letter. Serifs usually go at the ends of letters, so we would maybe put one here, and one here. Now, so if you were just to extend that, imagine you were just drawing that box straight off, and now you have one. That already adds a lot of interest to that. What happens if you extend that way too far? Let's exaggerate that. Kind of interesting. Maybe if it was your first letter, way to kind of throw in some kind of interest. So that's one thing. Now, if we wanted to make that not a straight slab serif, we might connect this and kind of round that corner there. All you're really doing is just sort of connecting it with the round radius. You kind of have that rounded sort of thing now. I'll use my finger to erase here. And what happens if we just kind of do even something just like a straight angled serif? That's kind of even a different look too. Now on the bottom, we have to think about whether we want to keep it just on the left side here, or whether we would want it to go all the way underneath. Another choice that you have there. So what would happen, we could keep the serif really thin. Just a really thin line. What if we did that here too? That kind of gives it a little bit of a sharper look. Again, something kind of unique. What if we made it really, really fat? Now, if we were doing that, we might want to make that thicker there too. Kind of continue that. But you can kind of see how really simply I was able to create a much more interesting letter here. And let's see, what else could you do? You could do something like I don't know. I'm kind of running out of ideas for some of these. I think this one looks pretty good. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm really kind of digging that shape right there. But, you know, I'm curious what else you might do. Actually, what happens if we just kind of erase some of those? Just kind of straighten that out. So, okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. You know, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them if I can. And check out practicing on the dry erase board. It's a really fun way to experiment with letters, and you can see how quickly I was able to sort of change things up. Obviously it's a little sloppy, but the idea is that you're learning kind of the basic forms, and then when you take it to paper and they're ready to do something more final, you kind of have a whole arsenal of ideas that you can pull off. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.